Well, Syria's new administration has appointed Prime Minister Mohammed al-Bashir. He will be tasked with forming a transitional government. On Monday, he met with the former Prime Minister and the leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham to discuss the transfer of power. Al-Bashir faces the challenge now of uniting a country that has been at war for more than a decade. Let's find a little bit more about Syria's new Prime Minister. Mohammed al-Bashir was born in the northern Syrian city of Idlib in 1983. He went on to earn a degree in electrical engineering from the University of Aleppo in 2007. Al-Bashir has connections to Russia, previously working as a department head for a Russian gas company. Most recently, he served as development minister for the so-called Syrian Salvation Government, the administration formed by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham in Syria's northwest. Well, for more on this, we're joined now by Osama bin Javed, who is in Idlib in northwestern Syria. Osama, what reaction has there been, first of all, to him being promoted to Prime Minister there?
Well, I think a sigh of relief, especially here in northwestern Syria, because these are faces and people that people here know. This is the ground zero of the Salvation Government, the government which essentially was set up by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the group which has now taken in a blitzkrieg of all of Syria. And this is the place where they practice their governance skills. This is the place where Mohammed al-Bashir was a development minister. This is the place where they were raising taxes. They were running government services. They were providing basics to the people. And they have earned the trust of the people here. Because remember, this is a challenge for a fighting group to become a governing body and then earn the trust of the people. And by and large, we've been moving across the northern western parts of Syria, especially in Idlib, multiple cities here, and in the town center of Idlib city. Things seem to be running normal. There is a trash that is being collected. There's traffic police manning the sites. There is also a number of basic services that are open. So life seems to be going on as normal. And people here have been telling us this has been the case since the Salvation Government took over, since HTS consolidated all of these groups into its fold and became a united front to provide people with the basics. So here in Idlib, this is a slice of life, a microcosm of what Syria could look like under Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, and this is what the group is going to be advertising. And in terms of challenges, there is a long list of them. There is obviously the internal divisions. Again, this is a very diverse country with vested interests, with international powers at play. And then there are external threats. You have to realize that Israel has carried out, according to one monitor, hundreds of strikes here in Syria. So territorial integrity, as we've heard from Syria's neighbors, is key. And that is going to be the challenge for Mohammed al-Bashir, both internally and outside of the country, to consolidate everyone under one umbrella, which is acceptable to all Syrians from all walks of life, from all shades of ethnicities and religions, and bring them united under a front which provides basic services, as we've mentioned here, that have been working in Idlib.
Osama, obviously, like you say, people are worried if the country can actually be united with so many divisions going back so long. Is there also a sense of people wanting justice and accountability for everything that happened under the Assad regime?
Absolutely. So this is going to be key, because if this country is to move forward in the direction of unity, then obviously there is going to make some sort of compromises, especially those who would naturally want to see revenge, because there have been horror story after horror story that we've been hearing from people, not just from Sidnaya prison, from what has been happening to people who were abducted, who were tortured, who were killed, whose houses were bombed, people who were forced to flee. Remember, in the last few years, we've seen those green buses taking people, ethnically cleansing them from one area to other, and a lot of them came here to northwestern Syria, to Idlib as well. Then there is the large number of people who are living outside of Syria. Just in neighboring Turkey, there's more than 3 million of them. So this obviously a natural feeling of seeking some sort of justice from the people who inflicted all of this on them, and it will be the responsibility of the government to make sure that if there is justice which is meted out, it's meted out in a fashion which is under a rule of law and does not become vigilante justice on the streets of Syria.
Thank you so much, Osama bin Javed, for us there in Idlib.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.